Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So while not much is going on, we want to take a look at just a brief look at the daily chart. Then I want to take a look at USDT dominance and Bitcoin dominance and also the short-term chart. Yeah, keep it interesting with some of the dominance charts. Daily chart here, Bitcoin hasn't changed much. We can take a look at that again tomorrow. Don't want to make it here too repetitive. So thesis is that either this wave 4 is done or we get maybe one more low in a C wave of wave 4, which could take us sort of into the deeper into the upper section of that support area here. And the main point, however, is that this is still seen as a wave 4 correction, which could result in a fifth wave rally, pretty much one more high in this cycle, possibly to round about $130,000. So we'll just wait for further signals and clarification that the correction is actually complete. As I mentioned, the orange scenario here on the daily time frame already allows for the interpretation that the entire correction is complete. It just cannot be fully confirmed yet. Already starting to lean towards that idea, but I just need a little bit more confirmation. So daily chart is still bullish. We might get another low, but as I said many times, I see this current correction as another opportunity to maybe get a position for those who are looking for another one. But from a macro point of view, the risk is very high. I explained that because we are very close to the end of a cycle, I believe. Yeah? We haven't arrived there yet. So now let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart before we dive into the microstructure. And Bitcoin dominance is dropping. It's following the micro count I shared with you. So what we want to do, we had a break below this support line here, which is located around 57.5%. That's pretty much in line with the overall thesis here. Well, all I have to do is just to move that here a little bit to the right. The thesis is at the moment that we have started this decline. This is not, let's say, a very stable structure. It's not very reliable because you normally can't do Elliott Wave counting based on Bitcoin dominance. It's not a tradable asset. However, it's working quite well. We had a rejection here, first of all, from the larger resistance area. This was a top that formed in November. And then we had another rejection from the smaller resistance area, which was located between 58.2% and 61%. And the idea was that this here was a B wave top, and we're now moving down in a C wave, within a larger degree A wave. I mean, that's the current thesis. So this move down is unfolding. Yeah, you could say as planned for now. Not exactly impulsive, but it could, if it progresses further, it could fill in this, what I believe is a diagonal pattern. The main point is, okay, we have a thesis. For example, if it now goes up a little bit, it might not invalidate the overall thesis. It might invalidate the microstructure. What I want to share with you is just the level that the price should now hold below to keep this downside pressure alive. And I'd like to say that Bitcoin dominance should stay below this level, the green line, which is located at around 57.8%. Now, Bitcoin dominance dropping obviously means that if Bitcoin goes sideways, we rather see some upside on the altcoin side. If Bitcoin goes up, the altcoins go up more. If Bitcoin goes down, the altcoins might also go down, but less, or they stay stable. So it depends on the degree how Bitcoin dominance is dropping, but you could say for the altcoins, a decline in Bitcoin dominance is positive. Yeah. Now that decline really only happens on the smaller time frame. On the larger time frame, you still see an overall sideways range here. Then I wanted to take a quick look at USDT dominance, because USDT dominance is something we are looking at more or less regularly as well. There is no change to the last update. I've been highlighting Bitcoin dominance to you. I can't remember when it was. It was sort of November, December time, early December, maybe late November. And this is still unfolding, What does it mean, like USDT dominance? Well, if it's dropping, it means money is likely flowing back into the crypto sector, or at least USDTs are taken off the market. Okay. But usually the idea behind it is that money is flowing back into crypto, right? So that's what we normally want to see. And it typically goes along with like a dropping Bitcoin, dropping USDT dominance typically goes along with a rise in crypto, like, altcoin prices or Bitcoin prices, right? And where the money is flowing into, that's what the Bitcoin dominance is telling us. But yeah, we already saw, I think it was back in November, we saw that break below our trend line here. And the thesis is, USDT dominance should continue to drop based on the Elliott Wave count. Now, again, we normally can't use it for like those dominance values. However, it's working quite well. And the main point here is we only use it to identify tendencies. You're not telling you this is a prediction, but it's currently following that. And also we had a bit of you could say a bearish flag here. That micro count really doesn't make any sense, but I would say if I had to, I'd probably say that this here could be a small 1-2 setup. Maybe this was another 1-2, 1-2. And then I guess we're dealing here with a 3, 4, 5. Probably even if I see this as a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, which again is speculative, then we might actually be doing this. And again, don't treat this as predictive too much. It's about understanding where we are in the here and now, right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something like that. That's just an idea how this could unfold, right? And based on that, it's not going to drop in a straight line. You see that, but it might just be a corrective bounce. Certainly the bounce was only in 3 waves. Now let's take a look at the shorter time frame Bitcoin chart. The reason why I spent some time on the Bitcoin dominance and USDT dominance charts is there's really not much to report on. If you watched the previous video, then you know what's going on there. Bitcoin is sort of holding below yesterday's high, but above support. And my thesis was that we could get one more high easily because the pullback is corrective. What could occur is a larger ABC structure in wave 4. Not needed. Maybe wave 4 finished here, but then the move up isn't really convincing yet. This is pretty much a range. Lower range boundaries here, 95,090 to 96,530. So it can always fall back. If it does, it might be an opportunity and a setup for a 5th wave up. But overall, micro counting doesn't make any sense here at the moment. But overall, the idea is we could get one more high. It would provide us with a clearer 5-wave structure, which would be a stronger indication that the overall correction that I showed you on the daily chart in the beginning is already complete. So that's what we really want to see, that 5th wave up. If we break below 95,090, it's a first signal then that the bearish scenario, short-term bearish scenario, is taking the lead, that this white B wave has topped, and we're still in this 4th wave correction, which might take us into the mid 80K region. Yeah, so here there's not really much to do. Next resistance is obviously here the yesterday's high, but then 99,580, 100,190, and 100,800 as next upside resistance levels. That's the update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.